চিন্তা, অনুভূতি, কর্মদক্ষতা ইত্যাদির একটি আশ্চর্য সমন্বয়ের ফলে হিউম্যান ব্রেন বা মাইন্ড হল দ্য মোস্ট কমপ্লেক্স থিং ইন দ্য ওয়ার্ল্ড, অর্থাৎ পৃথিবীর সবচাইতে জটিলতম বস্তু বা বিষয়। এবং বর্তমান আধুনিক যুগে মানুষের আধুনিক জটিল জীবনশৈলী তাকে যেন আরও বেশি জটিল থেকে জটিলতর করে তুলছে। আর এই জটিলতার অত্যাবশ্যক সংক্রমণে জানতে অজান্তে সহজে আক্রান্ত হচ্ছে হিউম্যান ব্রেন বা হিউম্যান মাইন্ড। আর এই হিউম্যান মাইন্ডকেই এই সংক্রমণ থেকে বাঁচানোর পদ্ধতি হচ্ছে মাইন্ডফুলনেস। আসলে মাইন্ডফুলনেস মানবিক জীবনে আরও বেশি স্বচ্ছতা এনে তাতে প্রশান্তি ও প্রতিদিনের মুহূর্তকে উপভোগ করার ক্ষমতা এনে দেয়। আর সেই কথাই প্রত্যেক পরতে পরতে লিখেছেন কিশোর পারিয়ার তার মাইন্ডফুলনেস ইন এভরিডে লাইফ গ্রন্থে, যিনি কিনা নিজে একজন রিজার্ভ ব্যাংক অফ ইন্ডিয়ার রিটায়ার্ড রিজিওনাল ডিরেক্টর। ঐতিহ্যবাহী অক্সফোর্ড বুক স্টোরে আনুষ্ঠানিকভাবে প্রকাশিত হলো এই বইটি, যেখানে স্বয়ং লেখক কিশোর পারিয়ার ছাড়াও প্রধান অতিথি হিসেবে উপস্থিত ছিলেন কলকাতার প্রাক্তন শারিফ এবং বিশিষ্ট সাংবাদিক গ্লোবাল পিস অ্যাম্বাসেডর উৎপল চ্যাটার্জি। একই সঙ্গে উপস্থিত ছিলেন রোটারিয়ান পার্থসারথী সরকার, উপস্থিত ছিলেন আরবিআই থেকে আগত অতিথিরা এবং একই সঙ্গে রোটারি ক্লাব এবং বুক ক্লাবের সদস্যরাও।
Thank you for waiting. So on behalf of the Whispering Pages, which is our book club, we are welcoming you all to the launch of Mindfulness in Everyday Life, written by Sri Kishore Paryar in the heart of Kolkata, a space that has long celebrated books and authors and ideas and conversations. And what better setting than to celebrate a work that explores everything that is grand is good, being grounded is important, and this book tells us how to be grounded. So now, please allow me to introduce the man behind this book, Sri Kishore Paryar. Sri Kishore Paryar has been a bureaucrat, and have more people queuing up very soon.
Reminds you of autographs by people who rose to heights that nobody else has. May you rise to heights.
This traffic problems and all. I was thinking, I even told Devabina that should we cancel the event, but she said no sir, we'll go ahead. Thank you for that. So I have divided my address. It may be bit long, but this is an opportunity which I don't want to miss. So please bear with me. Because mindfulness has taught me something. That is, every moment when made with thankfulness. One about a week back, and today morning one. And then we have Abhay, we have Mary, we have Chong, then Mary and her husband, Shomnath, Banti, Subir, all of you, and Satyajit. Okay, so just 2 messages, no reminders, no phone calls, nothing. This book would not have been possible without support from all of you. And Pishi and Mashi, আপনাদেরকে অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ, আপনারা এসেছেন। হ্যাঁ, they are very senior citizen. The God has its own way of, rewarding you. But in its 100th year, okay, I am able to launch the book. So thanks to everybody for your presence. When I retired from Reserve Bank, many of you were there in my retirement, and some people sitting back, they travelled all the way from Kolkata to attend my retire. Some people came down to Guwahati. I was moved, and similarly for this book launch also, I would like to thank Hemanti especially, because she flew all the way from Kanpur today morning to attend this, and tomorrow she is going back. Also, but somehow, when I was deciding that, something happened to me. My mother said something which hit me hard. He said, look, since second standard, you have been in hostel. I put you to hostel because I wanted you to study, and you had no choice to stay at home. You took up such a job because it had no office in Siliguri, so there also you had no choice. You had to be away from home.
This poor chap, is he still there?
He's a finest gentleman.
I mean, you don't have to tell me that. I know a gentleman when I see one. But is he still there? For agreeing to be here this evening. The lady sitting right here, Debu Pina, who's become a very good friend of mine. On telephone, we are regular conspirators. Well, I asked her, mindfulness? And then both started thinking in our own respective ways. And I told them, well, common sense tells me mindfulness has to do more with the present, and the emphasis on the present. My good friend here, the author, the very celebrated author today, you know, he also spoke of emotional intelligence. Actually, before all of you came, you know, I was the first to arrive. A little later, he came. And then gradually other people were coming in. Amongst them, he was the person. He came right there on his own, and he was planning, doing things. A very organized person. I'm sure RBI will remember him for being very organized. You know, among his other very positive traits. I'm praising you.
I was waiting for their response.
Don't worry, they will respond properly. They are going to give me the loudest hand, don't you worry. I'm not ensuring that you do. It's up to you. Now, the question is, you was talking, and I'm so grateful to this gentleman. I've heard of emotional intelligence. I know what emotional intelligence is all about. Then there is a EQ, emotional intelligence EQ. And then you know what I did? Because I was nursing a cup of tea. The tea didn't taste all that much, all that good, so he put a lot of milk in it. So I was having, I don't know, milk or tea, whatever it is, I was trying to nurse it.
Be in the present moment. Whatever you observe, as a journalist, you should be an objective observer. You should observe everything in a very objective way, present as it is, rather than adding stories on your own or stories fed by somebody who sponsors you or tells you that I am going to give this and that. So you should be say that the press has always been known as a fourth estate. So that real fourth estate is the fourth pillar of the democracy. So be what it is supposed to be, rather than commercialize it for personal gain or personal fame.
So this book on mindfulness is something which is close to my heart, and when I retired, I felt that this is the subject which people should know, because this is the hustles of life. People are mostly very stressed out, and they require some space for themselves so that they can have a better relation, they can have a more improved behavior at the workplace, and they have a good relation with the family as well as friends and office colleagues. So when I was, I was attracted by a subject called emotional intelligence. So when I was studying that, I understood that central to all emotional intelligence is mindfulness. Now people often, misunderstand mindfulness to be something very, very difficult. You have to become a monk or a saint-like and all. But then I realized myself that it is not required. You can be mindfulness without going to the mountain resort, or you can simply be mindful. You can practice that sitting at home, just in the traffic, while preparing food or while tendering your child. And that is how I've written book in a very, very simple manner, so that people who are overwhelmed, overstressed, and who feels that they cannot cope up with the life, with this book, I just want to tell them that it is possible to deal with the life, to learn emotional intelligence, to be mindful, and take care of their relation and success in life. Well, see, we have a lot of things now. See, once one gentleman asked me that why do you want to spread this emotional intelligence? There are psychological counselors there. There's a lot of counseling happening all around. I said if psychology, counseling, psychotherapy, psychometry are the medicine, emotional intelligence is vaccination. If someone is emotional intelligence, he or she would not require counseling and all. So that's why it's very, very important. And the root and the key to emotional intelligence is mindfulness. That's why this book.
What is your message to the reader?
To my readers is, if you want to be mindful, you don't require yoga mat, or you don't have to go to the hill, okay, and you don't require hours of meditation. It is just 30 seconds. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you can be mindfulness, and that book teaches you how to do that. My expectation is that when people read the book, they will know that it is easy to make your life less miserable from the hassles, because you will know that simple techniques can ground you, can make you more happy, at peace, because your body deserves rest, your mind deserves rest, you deserve rest, you deserve happiness in life, and this book will teach you how to do that.
He'll speak for about 20 minutes. That will be quite a lot. And after that, I'll be speaking briefly, on the take on me. And I'll see how I make it. He'll be very serious, obviously. And he's a master at his subject. And I intend to lighten matters, if I can, and see how I can make it a little, perhaps, absorbing in my own way. So that is how it is. That is how we planned things for the present. Am I right?
What is your best wishes to writer?
Oh, I wish him the very best. I mean, any person who writes a book and launches a book, well, for him it means a great number of things. It's like a test cricketer making his test debut. And you've got hundreds of thousands of people, waiting to see how he performs. He's nervous, a little bit perhaps, a little self-conscious, but he's determined also on the other side to ensure that he performs well, because he's not performing for himself, he's performing for a whole nation of people. Well, the readers would read. I've not read the book yet. When it's launched, when it's inaugurated, I'll certainly be able to get to see the copy. But having spoken to the author who has written about it, I can understand it's very deep. It has a lot of depth. And that is what is so essential. And this kind of depth is something that people must try and savor, must understand, because it's to the advantage of the modern society. For instance, if you take emotional intelligence, well, it has to do with emotion, it has to do with intelligence, but far more important are other things which can also have to do with cure. Because the world, and if we see the leaders, and if we get to see so many other people, well, they're suffering from different inconsistencies. And this actually also calls for a psychoanalysis of treatment and a lot of other things too. And of course, you're talking of the present, you're talking of things. So everybody who would be reading a book like this, or would be directly or indirectly connected or concerned with emotional intelligence, is to be as silent as they read the book in everyday affairs, because the world needs a good deal of silence. If you go not too far, only to Washington, you'll realize why silence is so important, because it has put the whole country, whole world, into a state of confusion, and the whole world is very apprehensive.
I am Rotarian Parthasarathi Sarkar. I am very glad to have here because my senior boss, who is the author of this book, and it will be unveiled by him very soon. Because of traffic congestion, some guests could not come right now. They are on the way to Oxford, and they will be arriving here shortly. I wish sir best of luck and best of luck. And it is my honor to have a photo with him, and also my senior Dada Utpalla in Rotary. He is a very good public speaker, you know. He ex Calcutta Sarif. So we are very glad. We have a very nice audience today. I hope it will be the program will be done a little bit late, but it will be done in right time.
What are your best wishes to write?
My best wishes, sir. My best regards to sir. We were working with him in DNBC, so I know him personally. But he might have gone on, and he just retired from RD Gangtok, RBI Gangtok. All the best.
Yeah, I wish Parya sir all the best. I hope I haven't read the book actually, but I came basically because I got the invitation and I thought I have to come because when he was in the bank in RBI, like we had a very good working relationship, and he's been like more of a brother to me, elder brother. So I thought like I should come and support him with his book launch. Thank you.
Many congratulations to Kishore Pariyar sir. I had worked with him in his team, and I know if anyone can write about these things, about leadership, about mindfulness, it is sir. Because the way he treats his people, and whenever he interacts with somebody, he gives them his complete attention. So he is mindful in whatever he does, and that is the secret that he has shared in his book. And in today's generation, as we know that people really have short attention span. So that is why this book is in short sentences with bullet points. It is very useful. Plus, he has used some situations from some popular movies. I think people can relate to that. So it becomes very easy for people to relate to those situations. And plus, the situations usually we look for when we read this kind of book. Like supposing you are facing some emotional disturbance in your life, so you need some support other than your family also, then you read these books for that particular area. I think this book can provide you solace during your emotional turbulent times. And if not for anything else, sometimes we do get lost in monotony. So this book revives your soul. That is what I feel. Many congratulations once again to sir.
আজকে ভীষণই ভালো লাগছে এই বুক লঞ্চটা তো দারুণ সাকসেসফুল হয়েছে কংগ্রাচুলেশনস টু মিস্টার কিশোর পরিয়ার ওর বইটা not only is it something that I will encourage and request everybody to read, it's a book which is very relevant and it is something that each of us needs to read and know about because each of us has very stressful lifestyles nowadays. We are worked up about our work, we are worked about our relationships, and he talks about in very, very simple, lucid language with very beautiful anecdotes. He talks about how we can actually be present in the moment and how we can enjoy every moment and be mindful. So if we are mindful, when we are mindful, we will definitely have a far less stressful life and we will enjoy our lives more. We'll be able to give to people more because we'll be able to appreciate life more. My best wishes to the author that he not only does he have a wide readership of this book, which I'm sure he will, and I also wish him all the best for all his future endeavors. He's got a few books lined up and definitely he's going to talk to us more about mindfulness. He wants to write about emotional intelligence, he said, and I'm sure he's also going to touch upon the topic of personal leadership, which is going to be, it's all on the anvil, and I'm sure we are going to read and we're going to hear more from him.
Yeah, it's a great evening. Kishore sir was my boss and I have known him for quite some time now. He's not only a boss, he was also a very good person and he has very good qualities as a human being. Although I have not read the book, but by looking at its topic, I am sure it is going to be a very relevant book, not only for me, for I think everyone, every human being. I think it's going who can read English and who can understand. I think they should buy this book and read this book for their everyday life. Maybe to be to lead this life happily and to be a good human being. As Sir told that he's again writing 4 more books, I wish that he writes a book on journalism also. The question which you asked. So I wish him all the best for his upcoming books. I'm sure they will be equally good.